We came to show out. We gonna show up. We came to show out. We gonna show up. We came to show out. We gonna show up. We came to show out. We gonna show up. We came to show out. We gonna show up. We came to show out. We gonna show up. We came to show out. It's Ring Wars, feeling the drought. Show up and show wow. Ring Wars, Carolina. 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 RWC.
How dare you, Codename Flex? How dare you? How dare you try to invade into my territory? I have been RWC for over 3 years. You left, went to Ring of Honor, failed, and then you try to come back and try to talk some sense into me as if I was the one who was in the wrong. You even failed your own mother. God rest her soul. But because I respected the friendship that we had and the love I had for your mother, I allowed you to ride my coattails. When I won the RWC Tag Team Championships, I did that for you, and I did that for her. And how do you repay that act? By failing to hold up your side of the bargain and losing the titles that I fought so hard to win. I even tried to make you RWC Heavyweight Champion when I put down AJ Kazana. You failed to win the title then because you were so focused on me. That's when I knew. That's when I knew that you were a weed in my garden and I had to get rid of you. When we were in Benson, that was supposed to be it. I tried to nip you. That's my mistake. But this Saturday in Lumberton, in our street fight, I am pulling the weed that is you from the roots. I am not just some obstacle that you fight so hard and get to overcome. I am not a drop zone that you land in when you jump out of your airplane. I am the fear that you realize that once you've left that airplane, you don't have your parachute. I am the fear that you succumb to. When you're in the ring with Jim Stone, you're going to realize that my shine never fades. And that will be the end of Codename Flex.
Yellow wrestling fans, thank you for joining us again here for Ring Wars Carolina BattleGrounds, second half of the 25th anniversary show, Steve. And we're going to start this one off with some ladies action.
John, what can you tell us about these two competitors?
Well, there's a lot I can talk to you about. Sam Street, who's going to be coming out. Sasaki, I tried to have a couple words with her. A little bit of a language barrier or just a bad attitude. I can't tell you which.
Well, I mean, if she doesn't like you, I can't fault her for that. Your wife doesn't like you.
Hey, 12 years,
She'd probably
buddy.
get along great with Sis.
Well, they're both redheads.
I mean, they're basically sisters. We're like, what, 4 letters away from sister?
Yes.
Boom, bam, done. Carrie, you got a new bestie.
And her opponents from the Star City, she is the keeper, Sam Street.
And there she is, the keeper. I tell you what, Steve, I did have a brief conversation with this young lady. Very polite, very humble. And I really didn't need to talk to her that much about her background because of Scott Larson doing that great interview with Sam Street on the hashtag Truth you can find on their YouTube channel. I tell you what, it's a good in-depth interview and definitely one you want to check out with Sam Street.
I appreciate the way that you told me that you learned a lot about Sam Street without actually telling me anything that you learned about Sam Street.
Okay, let's talk.
Outside, she talked to this fascinating gentleman who did this great interview that wasn't you, which that's the most believable thing you've said all year.
Oh my gosh. All right, let's start with this one. Let's start with her training. Training at the legendary Boogie's Wrestling Camp with Jimmy Valiant. a great name in the history of professional wrestling. So a good person to learn under. Test of strength.
Is he? That guy's a little squirrely. I mean, let's
What?
spade to spade. That guy's he's kooky.
He's a Hall of Famer, though.
He's kooky. He is super, super kooky. I'm not saying he couldn't get it done, but really, really, like, you watch that guy cut promos for a decade or so. There's quite a bit of footage.
Oh, I've watched them all Mid-Atlantic. Yeah,
I'm sorry, my friends, but you need the FBI team that worked on ciphers to decrypt some of that. I'm not saying there's not knowledge there, but the journey to getting to it, it's a journey.
You do need a roadmap. Sometimes I can't say that, but Jimmy Vine, a great man nonetheless.
Right now, though, the two ladies in the ring, great mat wrestling happening right now. Neither lady with firm control of this contest.
No, and a good head scissors there by Sam Street. And this is another area where she probably can shine with the lower body strength. She played soccer for 9 years. She was part of the Olympic developmental program for 3 years. Did the position as goalie. And she was on a Division II Atlantic Region 1 championship her freshman year of college.
And that is all very impressive. However, nonetheless, right now she's on the receiving end of a beatdown.
Wonder if it's a loaded mask there, Steve, by Sis Sasaki.
I don't know, bro. That doesn't seem like it's built up there like a loaded mask would be. You see a little bit of padding, a little bit of puffing there typically. You hide that metal bar in between that stuff, it nails them real good, you know. I could help her make a mask like that. I am open to that.
I don't think she needs your help right now with the liberty she's taken on the keeper.
Well, no argument with that, but you never know when you need a piece of metal to hit someone with.
You are deplorable sometimes,
I was in the
Steven.
scouts, bro. I'm always prepared. Over-prepared is always ready.
And let's see, I'm guessing tenderfoot by you. And a short arm clothesline trying to take Sis Sasaki down. Sam Street getting the Irish whip, but eats a clothesline as Sis Sasaki goes for the pin.
And you know, Street did for a few moments there do a great job of keeping Sis in the flurry of her offense. A little bit here, a little bit there, grab the arm, pull her right back in, but when she allowed the separation there, it seems like Sis has the power game in her favor. So you give her momentum, it seems like she can turn it back towards herself.
And that's what she's doing here. I'm just mesmerized by all of Sis Sasaki's tattoos at this point. I mean, that's a lot of pain to go through. And I've never understood that.
God, you are a wuss.
Yes, I am, especially when it comes to needles. Going for the pin.
John, what the heck, man? It's like a ballpoint pin going lightly over top of a sunburn. Like, come on, man.
Oh, dude, we are so
Bones are a little
disagreeing with
worse,
that
but just
one.
press down on the nerve point. You are a wuss. But, you know, if you're saying Sis is a tough customer, I'm going to agree with that one.
Yeah.
She is. Not just tough, but she's violent and she's capable, and she's displaying that to the full tilt right now.
Yeah, and I tell you what, Dex Carter's watching this match real closely because he hasn't officially confirmed it yet, but he does believe whoever wins the match today may be in a line for a title shot against Audrey Allen for the RWC Women's Championship.
Nice knee to the back.
And the kicks by Sam Street there.
And, you know, Sis, again, she's keeping Street is keeping Sis in the flurry of her offense. She's not really going around. She's not really letting Sis get away from her. Maybe she's learned the lesson about the momentum. Because whenever she has momentum, Sis uses the situation very much to her advantage.
And that's true. And look at Sis now. I was going to say going for the ground game, but attempted pinfall there.
And you saw Street wiggling her shoulders back and forth, keeping them from being prone on that mat.
Oh, slap to the face of the keeper there. Sis Sasaki trying to get in the head and putting the boots straight to the solar plexus now. And I got to think, Steve, when I look at this match, I think either one of these women could have a good match against Audrey Allen. You talk about toughness, Audrey Allen, our women's champion, is extremely tough.
Oh, yeah. Both of these women, no slouches. They're not pushovers. They're competitors, and they could have a great match. But winning the match, easier said than done. But, you know, Sasaki, she's doing a great job here. Grounding and mauling and just staying on top of everything. And every time she has the position in her favor or momentum to work with, she turns it right
Whoa,
around.
speaking of turning right around, twisting Sam Street like she's a pretzel.
And, this is surprising. As somebody who hasn't seen a lot of Sasaki before, I thought she was a mauler because that's what she's been doing, just a bear in that ring. And now she's pulling out some really impressive mat wrestling. That's something you got to respect.
Yeah, I mean, to be a submission specialist and have force behind you as well, just straight up blunt force, makes you a double threat. But, I mean, trying to get in the head of Sam Street, I understand possibly why, but why not just stay physically on the offense? Because now you're paying for it as Sam Street gets the one going here. Going for the pin. Grapevine's the leg. 2 count, though.
Street snuck that cutter out of nowhere, but to no avail.
Yeah. Sam Street calling her shot here. Coming in. Oh, no one there, though.
Big miss, much like Charlie Brown in the football.
Well, Sasaki does look a little bit like Lucy with that hair. Oh, cannonball, but no one there either. Both ladies on hands and knees now. But
Street back up, runs in after her.
that could be all she wrote, possibly. 2. That's it.
Here's your winner of the match, Sam Street.
I'll tell you what, Sam Street, hard-fought victory here. Would love to see her go one-on-one against Audrey Allen for the women's championship. Speaking of championships, you're not going to want to go anywhere, folks. Xander Keys will be defending his junior heavyweight championship against James Anthony as we allow the keeper to do a little bit of celebrating here.
Well, Glad Handy never wins, and a smile upon her face, and I can't blame her. As you said, a hard-fought contest today, and she came out the victor. But any day of the week they want to do it again, that could change. Sis almost had this a number of times.
Oh, I can wholeheartedly agree with you on that one. Sasaki, I'd like to see her back in the ring again, maybe even against Amanda Kiss. Tall order for Amanda
Always
Kiss.
looking for Amanda Kiss.
Oh, don't go there.
Wow, we gonna show up. We came down. Wow. RWC.
There's not really a lot left to say, is there, Jim? I know what you want. You want this to be an emotional response. You want this to be where I lash out, where I get angry, and where I just curse at the camera and kick and scream because you talked about my mother. Surprise. It's not going to happen. I can do the mind games. But what you, Jim Stone, cannot do is you can't relate. So it's easy to take the shot at my mother, but let's use this photo, for example. This photo was taken in 2010. My mother and my sister accompanied me to my last ROTC military ball. And you know why this was so special? Because this was the only one that my mother was able to attend. Because the year prior, I lost my father to leukemia, and she had to tend to him being sick, Jim. And then in 2020, I lost my mother. I could go through endless stories of the loss after loss after loss. But all I want you to think about, Jim, is that this Saturday, when we meet for the street fight in Lumberton, I'm not just coming to inflict pain. No. I'm coming, Jim, because every time I land a punch on your face, every time I kick, every time I deliver blow after blow to your already beaten body, I want you to feel every ounce of loss that I've had to go through. Because as that loss, as that pain builds, and our brotherhood goes up in flames, just remember, Jim Stone, that you lit the match.
Ladies and gentlemen, this next match is scheduled for
All the way from Dubai, the RWC Junior Heavyweight Champion, fastest rising star here in Ring Wars Carolina, Xander Keys, Steve.
Let's not forget a key word you're leaving out of the equation, John. Champion.
And let's see, we're in August?
Fast rising star. He's a champion.
And only been wrestling since the beginning of 2023.
Impressive.
And I tell you what, Xander Keys has already defeated James Anthony once. That was at the Dogwood Festival on April 29th. Keys is also wrestling for Just Wrestling, Control Your Narrative, and School of Morton. So the man is putting in the miles. I will give him that, the windshield miles, to showcase his talent in other places. But James Anthony, that's no short order.
Not at all. But you know, James Anthony, always a capable competitor. He's never ever left his A game at home.
Yeah.
So we're going to see what happens today. Fast rising star meets long-standing veteran.
Yeah. And I'm sure James Anthony has studied that match back from the Dogwood Festival to make those mistakes not again. And here comes the School of Morton champion, James Anthony.
And you know, John, I don't want to detract as Mr. Anthony makes his entrance here with that young man in tow there. Glad he did not fall down the stairs.
Yeah.
Boy, he is filled with pep. But I heard a rumor
What's
in the backstage.
Okay.
You down for a little rumor? I don't have the 900 line like Gene did, but you know, I got a rumor for you.
Okay.
And it's a hot one. I heard that our boy James Anthony is not happy about referee Jay Sway being the official for this match.
Well, I mean, I know James has griped and moaned once or twice to me in private about Jay Sway.
Why?
And the fact that James believes that he lost matches because of the way Jay Sway, was refereeing the match.
Do you think that's true?
Hey, the guy called it down the middle, in my professional opinion. And I think at that point, James Anthony may have just been looking for an excuse.
Oh, bold declaration.
And
How do you think James is going to react to hearing that, John?
Oh, it ain't going to be good. I tell you that. I'm going to be
I
avoiding
didn't say
catering for a while.
I did not say that, James. I just asked a question. But here's one thing I do know is that you should never trust Jonathan Darwin to keep your confidence. That guy will betray you.
No,
he hears a rumor. He just jumps on that mill.
Weighing in at 170 pounds, he's the School of Morton heavyweight champion, James Anthony.
Excuse me, you were the one who started this with saying I heard a rumor.
I mean, I did hear a rumor. That doesn't mean you have to bury your friend. Guy spends time with you in his off time. He's having a conversation. I didn't see it on camera. I'm assuming it's not an interview, but look at you here. Connie Chung selling somebody out after they have their trust.
Hey, if I'm talking to you, they should know by now. It's on the record.
And the champion, weighing in at 15 and a half stone, he is the longest reigning junior heavyweight champion of the current roster, the national treasure of the greatest city in the world, Dubai. He's your RWC Junior Heavyweight Champion, Xander Keys.
It's kind of a bold thing to call yourself the national treasure.
I mean, he's definitely a treasure. Why not a national treasure, you know?
Well, I guess maybe to the nation of Dubai.
We can only honor historic landmarks, you know? Why not a human being, you know? Passion starts with the heart.
Okay. It looks like Isaiah is going to stay out at ringside, and I'm a little concerned about that one.
Oh, that kid's a monster. Don't worry about him. I'm concerned for Xander.
Okay, no, I just seen he booted it over to the concessionary. We're fine now.
Give that kid some sugar and something to do.
James Anthony, speaking of something to do now, he's going to go to work on the champion, James Anthony staying right on top of Xander Keys. And this is where we've seen James Anthony shine.
Whoa, reversal of the Irish whip, though. Misses with the big boot.
And a chop by James Anthony. This is what we're talking about. The speed of James Anthony and a drop kick, and out of the ring goes the champion. Wait a minute, James Anthony, I think he's going to follow it up with something big here. Taking a humongous risk, and it doesn't pay off. Yes!
Big-time Hurricane Rana by James Anthony.
And the national chants begin here.
Anthony sending Xander back into the ring, following after him, staying close on top of it.
Yeah, goes for the pin, but a 2 count there. I mean, I know James wanted to celebrate with the USA champ, but you got to wonder, had he rolled Xander Keys going for the pin here again, in just a little bit sooner, could this one have been already over?
You know, now that I'm thinking about it, I don't think our official is really paying attention to the pinfalls at all. He looks distracted out
He's
there.
not distracted.
I think he can get it down quicker. Sometimes it looks like he's counting fast. Sometimes it looks like he's counting slow. Gotta be honest, I think he's cross-eyed now that I think about
No,
it.
he's not cross-eyed.
Have his eyes been examined? I think our boy James might be onto something here.
No, he's not. Dex Carter cleared this man to referee this match.
You know, Xander Keys got a lot of money. Maybe he bought him like a Christmas present.
No, this kid isn't on the take. I just got a good feeling about
No,
him.
you're right. He dresses too much like you to be on the take.
What? I dress great.
Well, I mean, you put clothes on. I guess mission accomplished.
Speaking of
mission accomplished. Oh,
yes.
You know, sometimes a great mind and a dumb mind think alike. So
Okay, so you're the dumb one. I got you there.
I'm gonna let you believe what you believe, like your wife's still in love with you.
12 years, baby. 12 years.
12 years, and all she can see right now is Xander Keys.
I thought she was seeing Nightstick Eddie Brown.
She has a wondering eye.
Oh, no, she does not. Shame on you. Speaking of shame on you, shame on Xander Keys for using the ropes to take the oxygen out of James Anthony. Oh, a neck breaker.
And that's going to put a hurt on you.
And I tell you what, you saw the way that neck.
He's not going to win fans with that one, John.
No.
Not here. Not tonight.
And that's the thing. If Xander Keys was smart, he'd stay on top of James Anthony. I mean, James Anthony is only one championship away from becoming an RWC Grand Slam champion. And now this is where Xander Keys is making a little bit of rookie mistake. Going out there, arguing, and I guarantee you he's not getting the 3 count here. Lucky he got a 2 count for as much time as he gave James Anthony to catch his breath.
Well, he did hook the leg. You can't take that from him.
No, not at all. Not at all. Anthony, though,
Nitpick much?
getting back into the fight. Oh, my God.
Good luck to your son.
Oh, come on. I'm not nitpicking. Definite clothesline there.
Oh,
right across
my
the
word!
larynx.
Why isn't the referee counting the pin? You know,
It was not a pin. His
I was
leg
agreeing with James
clearly
earlier,
draped
but
off
you
the
know,
throat.
now I kind of just think he's a bad referee.
He's not a bad referee.
I mean, James's shoulders were down.
And the leg
There
was
was
across the throat.
It's a clear press.
Okay, so you can press your opponent's throat.
I'm
It's
just
no
saying.
longer a
I'm just
joke.
saying. Let's be fair here. You can count to 3 before you get to 5.
Well, James Anthony going into the corner now, collapsing there.
Not going into the corner by choice.
No, not at all.
And you know, you say battering ram a lot in that situation, but Xander Keys, he truly looked like a battering ram there. Just driving through the ribs.
And look at the hang time that the champion's getting on James Anthony.
Well, he's certainly feeling himself.
Going for the pin here. Could be all. No. But it looks like so far Jay Sway's calling it down the middle count-wise.
To the untrained eye, let's face facts, Darwin, you're as untrained as they come.
I am not.
That's not what your wife said.
Oh, come on. This is a family show.
What? You're really bad at dishes.
That's why we got the dishwasher.
Is that what you're calling cute?
We're not making the 7-year-old.
By the way, do you know who Q's favorite wrestler is? Xander Keys.
Going for the pin here, too. I got surprised. I thought it was AJ Kazana, our RWC heavyweight champion.
Baby lotion.
Oh, claiming now that James Anthony's so drenched in baby lotion, that's what happened to stop the pinfall from getting a 3 count.
I think Xander Keys promised your boy some Christmas presents. So see the way your dad dresses, and he obviously ain't bringing you home the new game system. Uncle Xander's got
A
you, though.
7-year-old does not need a PlayStation 5.
You're a terrible father.
No, I am not.
That was a terrible landing.
Yeah, it was.
Race to get back up to your feet, boyos.
Not a full force bulldog out of James Anthony. James Anthony going on his neck there, just grabbing away. Oh, clothesline. James Anthony trying to shift momentum back in his favor.
Off the ropes one more time.
Swing and a miss. James Anthony off the ropes. Catches Xander Keys.
Catches him, not in a position to cinch this up for a pinfall, though, but he's feeling it. He's getting himself pumped up. Let's see what he can make happen.
Oh, yeah, that adrenaline is definitely flowing through the veins of James Anthony now. Oh, what a discus punch there.
Really rocked him there with that one. He's got to get the follow-up. Big-time cutter.
That could be all. Going for it. Good textbook cover there. And a 2 count.
And, you know, despite the size advantage there, James Anthony, great hook of the legs, and then still using his entire upper body for the press of the shoulders there.
Yeah, I'm really surprised that Xander Keys was able to kick out of that one. I'll tip my hat to that man. James Anthony's making sure to continue to stay on top of, but gets caught by Xander Keys. And the power of Xander Keys now being put on display.
Big-time power slam, dead center of the ring. Nearly had him.
2 count, though. They're ever so close. Xander Keys declaring that this is the end. But the time that Xander Keys is allowing James Anthony to have.
Oh, I hate to agree with you, but I mean, you're right about that one. You want that victory, you stay on top of the wounded animal.
Yeah, allows James Anthony to fight, and I don't know if it's instinct or motivation that James Anthony was able to get those elbows out. Good kick by James Anthony now.
Well, he hit the go to sleep button, but he needs to get over there and hook that leg and pin him right now.
Draped over the body, but
too much time in poor positioning.
Poor positioning, a good ring awareness by Xander Keys.
Why choose one?
Yeah, I can see that. James Anthony moving again to the center there, and that's no.
Well, James Anthony, I'm afraid too long you waited there. If you pulled him out before the first pinfall attempt, this might be over. We might be talking about the victory right now.
Okay, so Jay Sway moving James Anthony out of the way here. Oh, wait a minute. What in the... Xander Keys got hitting James Anthony with a flag.
Oh! And James Anthony, I think he's out. And he is.
Yeah, Xander Keys retains.
And that's a big victory for Xander Keys.
Yeah, that's not only once, but twice. And Xander Keys gotten 2 victories over James Anthony now.
And this is a young man who's accrued quite a bit of clout in a very short amount of time. And John, spade's a spade. I don't see it stopping anytime soon.
No, I mean, Isaiah's in the ring. This could be bad. Wait. Okay, Xander Keys
Xander's not
making his
going after
exit.
the kid.
No. I mean, I guess the man does have some morals there.
He has more class than you.
What?
Oh!
Speaking of,
James Anthony, he's upset.
speaking of class, what a classless act by James Anthony. Shoving.
Oh! Whoa, 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 whoa. Are you kidding me? Puppy grew some teeth.
Well, Jay Sway standing up for himself, and I can't blame him. Oh, come on. Pearl Harbor job being put on by James Anthony to Jay Sway. Oh, that's going to cost him a few bucks. Choking a referee, Dex Carter ain't going to want... Wait a minute. Jay Sway trying to fight back.
Well, I mean, that referee made a very stupid decision when he put his hands on a wrestler. I understand you're a grown man and you got to stand up for yourself, but for the love of all things holy, file a complaint. You don't put your hands on an athlete. That's dumb. I'm a great commentator. I'm not picking a physical fight with James Anthony. That would be stupid for me. It's stupid for the referee. He has no one to blame but himself.
Hey, the kid was only standing up for himself.
And how'd that turn out? How'd you think it was going to turn
Wait a
out
minute,
from the
I don't
moment
think
it
James
happened?
Anthony's done.
Well, you go out there and stop him.
No, thank you. Okay, you took down Jay Sway. That's enough. Come on, Steve. Even you got to admit this is going a little bit too far.
Hey, that kid wanted to make a statement.
Wait a minute.
And James Anthony not willing to. Oh
No,
oh,
what? You not?
He's
Are you
entirely
kidding?
willing. What? Are you kidding me? Is he really doing this?
What there's Dex Carter. Got security out there.
Well, James Anthony's got a lot of people upset
No,
right now.
come on. This would be a new definition of scumbag if James Anthony pile drives this lady.
Who is she? Do we know?
She's news to me. Obviously somebody who's very concerned about Jay Sway. And I tell you what, James Anthony almost crossed the line there that you never would think James Anthony would go.
Well, I mean, to be fair, that fan just put her hands on a wrestler. That story writes itself.
No, all she was doing was protecting Jay Sway.
Nah, she put her hands on James. I saw it.
James Anthony, very hot-headed. I think you talked about filing a complaint. I got a feeling he's going to get a
Why is he
talking to.
hot-headed? Why can't he be standing up for himself? The referee's calling things poorly for him. A fan rushes out and attacks him, and all you can talk about is what is he doing?
Okay, well,
what are you seeing?
Well, let's let Dex Carter handle it.
Wow, we gonna show up. We came to show wow. RWC.
Tired of feeling like you're being held back?
Are you ready for a change? Let's get ready.
You will sweat. You will be sore. You're going to feel like quitting. Ready? Let's begin.
1, 2, 3. You're almost there.
Keep pushing.
All right, fans, stick with us. We got more great Ring Wars Carolina action right around the corner. There's only one kind of person that watches Ring Wars Carolina. Winners. The other guys, losers. Here, after the break. See you soon.
This next matchup is your main event, and it is scheduled for one fall, and it is a street fight. Coming to the ring first. From North Carolina, weighing in at 245 pounds, is Jim Star.
Well, I tell you what, this is a main event that's going to be painful. You know, when Gemstone's bringing out a kendo stick to start things, this is not going to be a good night for Codename Flex.
Oh, man, Codename Flex, he's got his work cut out for him. And, you know, this is a guy, he was tag team champions with this man.
Yeah.
They were best friends together, and they are not friends right now. No. Jim, he's got a chip on his shoulder. He's mad. He feels that Flex is jealous of him, jealous of his success, that he doesn't have his best interest in mind. And given where we're at today, it's kind of hard to argue against that.
Yeah, I mean, I don't understand why Flex is so jealous. I mean, or excuse me, not Flex, but Jim.
Freudian slip, my friend. Piss.
Okay, there may be a little jealousy there due to the NWA thing. But let's give the devil his due. G-Money's partner in that 8-man tag was Gemstone, so Gemstone getting the eyes of the National Wrestling Alliance on him as well. So I don't understand what Gem has to be jealous about. I really don't.
I think you got backs. You need Flex. Flex is jealous of Jim, and it's obvious a mile away. I mean, why wouldn't he be? Jim's in the best shape of his life. his best days are ahead of him. Flex, I don't want to knock the guy. He's nice enough, but I don't think his best days are ahead of him. I think they're behind him. I think they're behind him because he's looking at a young crop that looks like Jim. And that's a problem if you want to get ahead.
Well, I have to wholeheartedly disagree. I mean, Codename Flex been doing a lot of airborne training, earned his wings.
And all the respect in the world to him for that.
Okay. And, we're getting it one now. And I mean, Codename Flex, he's been on School of Morning, he's been on Control Your Narrative, Just Wrestling, trained at the ROH Dojo on scholarship. That has to count for something, Steve.
It counts for a whole lot. That's why he's here. That's why he's wrestling a guy like Jim. It's not that he's not a top caliber athlete. Make no mistake about it, he is. And he's a veteran, and he's experienced, and he's accumulated accolades. But at the end of the day, Jim's a different breed of athlete. He's a different breed of wrestler. He's part of this new group. They're stronger. They're faster. They absorb knowledge quicker. The knowledge is more available.
And a bulldog, though, by Codename Flex. I mean, I'm not going to take anything away from Gemstone. I think, as I'm looking at it, and you can disagree if you want, Steve, I think Jim's put on a little bit more muscle since the last time we called a match of his.
Oh, every time that guy breathes, he's basically working out. Every ounce of energy he has is into growing not just his mind but his body. He is that guy that you should be afraid of competing against because there's not a level that he doesn't want to exceed. He gets to where he wanted to be the next day, the next minute. He has his new goal ready.
Yeah,
tireless. That's the word that defines him. He's tireless.
I mean, former world television champion. And speaking of television champion, if either of these men were to become television champion, they would become Grand Slam champions. Speaking of slams, that suplex by Codename Flex, following it up with a second one there to Gemstone.
And that was a great series of suplexes, playing off a double underhook into two suplexes. He chained those together to perfection. And I think Jim, to the credit of the situation, Jim is not just rocked, but he's surprised. He's off his game.
Yeah.
Flex has brought it today.
But, okay, and this is what I don't understand. Oh!
Well, he brought himself right into that, too, I'm afraid.
Yeah.
And again, this is a street fight. And we want to remind you, it hasn't gone down and dirty yet until this moment.
No, not at all. And Flex staying in the ring, and I got to say that's probably why he's taking the beating that he is now. As he crumbles to the outside. I want to know, you were talking about this street fight. Where did Gemstone put that kendo stick? I think it's only a matter of time before Gemstone uses it on Flex.
In a convenient location. Like my grandma always said, Steve, I put it right where I need it. Right where I can find it.
That's some good ancient wisdom.
Oh, man. She was a wise lady. And you know what? Much like Flex, if he were to ask the question, where's the kendo stick, it's not going to be where I could find it.
Good point. Oh, big hits there by Gemstone. And Gemstone now taking the shirt.
Well, some guys will give you the shirt off their back. Jim's going to take it.
Yeah. Knife edge chop there.
It's the price of admission, I suppose.
And I tell you what, this one's definitely staying on the outside. I don't see this one getting back in the ring and seeing a big technical match out of these two.
No, not tonight. I mean, they can both do that, but that isn't what this is. That's not what this is about. This is something else. This isn't a wrestling contest. This isn't a wrestling match. This is a blood feud.
But I don't understand this at all. Gemstone arguing with the fan allows Flex to get the moment that he needs. And now, that'll ring your bell.
And he rang his bell flush against that ring post. Big impact.
Yeah.
Big turning point for Flex.
Talk about a momentum changer.
That was everything he needed and then some.
Yeah. Gemstone wise to cover up because Flex is trying to get in there.
If he gets too many more shots to the head after that, this could be done.
Yeah. Referee can stop that for medical reasons. All right. And now it looks like it's Flex's turn to use the weapons in this match. Oh!
And Jim is feeling that one, much to his own regret, and I can't blame him. Here's the receipts from earlier.
And a kick by Gemstone. But it's not enough. Wait a minute. Uh-oh. You talked earlier about things being in the right place at the right time, Steve. There you go. Oh!
And John, do you think all the years ago, when Flex was training Jim, that he expected it to come to this?
Not at all.
All that hard work, all that time he put into Jim when he was starting. Do you think he thought it would come back to bite him like this?
No, not at all. I mean, these two used to be very tight. I don't know what the breakdown is. I don't know how it happened. This is where we're at right now. I'm going to say possibly the ego of Gemstone is what caused this to completely dismantle to the match we've seen today.
Well, that's one point of view.
Oh, my God. Right in the... It looks like the pectoral region.
That looks like a problem for Flex.
It is. It is.
It's a big problem. Oh.
You talk about big problems.
Well, that's every man's weakness.
Yeah. Oh, I tell you what, Steve, I got hit once by a kendo stick. That thing rocks you to the core.
Oh, it does. You know, you were talking earlier, we're not going to get to see great technical wrestling, but, you know, I think we're seeing it right now. 5 seconds ago, we saw the Russian Nutcracker.
Oh, come on.
That was an Iranian toe slide right there.
Where are you getting these strange international references all of a sudden?
I study tapes.
Well, I know you were a tape trader, yeah, but, Gemstone now, this ain't no move. This is a straight-up chair shot to the square of the back. I'll tell you what, Steve, you may disagree with me on this one. I don't think there's going to be a winner of this match. There's going to be a survivor.
Oh, well, yeah, you're right about that, but there's going to be a winner.
Well,
look at the paycheck at the end of this. There's a winner's purse.
Yeah,
There's
but
a
did you
loser's
really
purse.
win or did you just survive?
I guess it depends on what the other guy looks like.
And right now, speaking of looking like things, Gemstone looking like hamburger meat, but they're taking those 2 chair shots to the back. Oh, no. Well, I don't know about you, Steve, but I got this once or twice. I know what that belt feels like.
You deserved every lick you got, and so does Flex.
Oh.
And you see the real story of what's happening right now. It's on Flex's face. Do you see the story, John? It's called regret. He's saying to himself right now, of all the mistakes I made in my wrestling career, you know what the biggest one was, Flex? It was becoming a trainer and then very stupidly training a godless killer named Gemstone because it may finish everything tonight.
That could be... Oh! Another move stopper, we'll call it.
Low altitude European uppercut. Never forget your scientific wrestling, John.
You learned that one from Gordon Soley. Maybe. And that snap suplex to the outside. But I tell you what, Gemstone, his back's in trouble, but so is Codename Flex. You don't see Flex even trying remotely to get up. Flex is pretty much
trying to get up. He can't get up. Spade's a spade. There's no try here.
Wait a minute. Flex is, using some momentum to get Gem into the ring. I mean, yeah.
Slow follow-up.
Very slow, but I mean, can you blame Codename Flex there? Got to be exhausted at this point. Been decimated. And here comes the chair. And for you fans wondering, why do they keep putting themselves back in the ring? Yes, it's a street fight. Anything goes. But you got to score that pinfall in the ring. This is not a false count anyway.
And that's true. However, counterpoint, you could incapacitate your opponent on the outside. That referee can call it one and done. He can count to 10 if the concern's great enough. And, the outside with the concrete, with the chairs, with the barricade, with all those X factors, it's a great place to stop this thing.
That is a possibility. But the referee checking. And this
Don't rule out injury. We might
Yeah.
be seeing one right here.
Yeah, but
Looking at Flex, I mean, he's not really a
wait a
likable
minute.
guy, but I can be concerned for him. I'm a human being.
I understand that, but Flex disregarding the referee, trying to check to see if this one needs medical stoppage.
Well, he won't quit.
No.
That might not be smart, but he's still in this thing.
Yeah, reversal by Flex coming in and straight to the belly of Gemstone.
Follows him in, nails the battering ram one more time, sends him to the other corner again. He's feeling the moment, runs in. Runs into the ring post.
Yeah, that one will stop any momentum you have.
That'll separate a shoulder if you're unfortunate enough. Gem waiting, kick to the gut. John, I think this is over.
Yes, the Rubenesque lady could be warming up.
Ooh! Powerbomb into the top buckle. Belly to belly release suplex. And you know, this is surprising technical wrestling that we haven't seen thus far. Had nearly won the match.
Yeah, but not a good technical cover there. No hooking of the leg. Almost just draping yourself over the back rather than pressing your chest down on your opponent. I mean, I was going to say I thought Gemstone was going for another pin there just with a single hand.
Referee asking Flex. Flex ain't quitting yet. He's not through with this. Jim, I'm surprised he's not staying on top of him. Perhaps feeling some form of, I don't know, latent concern.
No, he's just asking Flex why he won't stay down. I mean, Flex has got a lot of heart. And Gemstone should know that.
Well, if he's not careful, Gemstone's going to stop it.
Oh!
Oh, big boy.
The one-finger salute by Codename Flex.
I don't know that I'd stick that finger up. You're lucky you didn't break it.
That's true. Oh! The forearm there by Codename Flex. I tell you what, even though Flex is exhausted, still trying to take the fight here, the Gemstone. Oh. I mean, I don't know where Flex is getting the energy at some points.
Oh, he's running on reserves right now, make no mistake, but this is what you spend your life as a wrestler training for. It's not the moments everything's going right. It's the moment after all the gas is out of the tank. How long can you keep that car going on fumes? That's the most important thing you can be ready for.
I understand that, Steve. And I don't understand this. Just talking smack to your opponent instead of going for the pin. That's not going to do anything but agitate Codename Flex.
Well, Codename Flex was nose to nose, and he's come alive now, John. A lot of time down on the ground, but right now he's making it happen. He's got him up on his shoulders, levels him down on the canvas.
Yeah, but does Flex have the energy to get over for the pin? 2. Oh! Close. Very close.
Jinx, you owe me a Coke, Smithers.
I know that, and
John,
we'll get to
you're
it
talking
later.
before the end of the match.
I have to call the match.
Nobody's. No, I did say your name. You're back on.
Thank you. I'm glad you know the rules of Jinx. I still will get you the Coke later. Speaking of getting things, Codename Flex getting ready to go up north.
Codename Flex, a lot of time getting up there.
Yeah, but being calculated. Oh!
Nails the double axe handle.
And collapsing over there is Gemstone.
Understated is the amount of damage you can incur with that maneuver as well. I mean, really think about it. Flex, he's a big guy coming down off that top rope. That's a couple 100 pounds of pressure, probably approaching, 800, 900 pounds of force down on top of your head?
Yeah.
That's enough to knock a grown man out.
Yeah.
That'll mess up a bear.
Have you seen somebody give a double axe handle to a bear before? Because that would be awesome.
I'm sure the video's on YouTube somewhere. People survive bear fights.
Well, let's get back to this fight.
Better luck with a bear than these guys.
No, I think I'd take my chances. You're right with the bear. I'll tell you what, though. I mean, for all the fire that Codename Flex had just a few minutes ago, It's almost like nothing's happened. And Gemstone, with a gem spike.
Is that it? That would end at any other time.
Normally, but look at Flex. He's rolled over to his side. Gemstone can't even roll over to try to get the pinfall on Codename Flex.
Oh, these gentlemen have beaten each other today. What was that word you used earlier? Survivor?
Yes.
I mean, while the winner is the survivor, maybe I digress. Maybe you're right. Maybe that's a badge you pin up on your chest after something like this.
Flex trying to fight. Gemstone just nursing his lower back, but still finding a way to get out of the way of Flex's offense. You hear Gemstone saying, I didn't want it to go down like this, sir.
Gem ducks. Comes in running at him, really nails him, hit the foot flush to his face. That's a knockout blow.
And that's all. I'll tell you what, Codename Flex took it to Gemstone. You see, Gemstone not usually his jovial self after getting a match. I mean, he's just staggering around still, Steven.
Well, John, you're right about that. And Flex gave him everything he could handle today. Unfortunately for him, the man he was facing, Gemstone, continuing his dominant ways.
And speaking of continuing, I don't understand what Gemstone's continuing here. What in the world? Can you make any sense of that, Steve?
No, but I don't think that I'm supposed to be in a position to. That moment was for Gem. Whatever was said there, whatever that moment was, whatever he was taking with him, that's all him. And you know it's his prerogative. It's like you said, he's the survivor today.
Yeah, Gemstone, your winner. We'll see you next time, fans, with more Ring Wars Carolina Battlegrounds.